How many times have you seen or heard something like this?
He should have said it at the meeting today. He didn't, so we need to deal with this now.
He's loud.
Yes, they took her. We didn't. They took her.
He's oblivious.
I don't think that's true. No. Do you think that's true?
And now everyone in the restaurant is part of his conference call, whether they like it or not.
Well, do you have a formal price list?
The people at this table are fuming, and one of them goes in search of the manager.
If you had been there, you would have known.
What none of these diners know is that the man on the cell phone is an actor.
Okay, let's keep it going.
The diner is rigged with hidden cameras, and the manager is in on our experiment too. We wanted to see how people react when a quiet meal is suddenly disrupted by a phone call no one wants to hear.
I know it's a buyer's market, but I don't know what else to do.
As this man continues to seethe, another customer has had enough. He's out of his seat and headed toward that caller. And now it's a chain reaction. Both men are on their feet.
If you're going to call like that, people are here, you're shouting, you go outside, please.
Yeah, it's just going to be one more minute, okay?
No, it isn't.
Please, just one more.
Go have the lobby. Go stand in the door. This isn't your office.
I think that was a testosterone moment there.
Again, psychology professor Carrie Keating.
The two men came to the actor and encroached on his territory and told him to get out of the room. So they were acting in a very dominant way.
Hold on.
These diners, until now complete strangers, are still upset. And as they discuss what to do, one woman warns that the caller might be unstable.
But he might be on the brink of something. You need to be very careful.
The women were much more accommodating. What they were keying in on was his stress, his tension.
He's really behind.
Our actor businessman is back at it.
And you don't back down like you did today.
And for these diners, it's the tipping point. This man has had all he can stand.
We are all eating here, so get out of here.
It's not a moment too soon to tell them they've been part of our experiment, and their meals are on us.
I'm John Quinones from ABC Primetime, and we want to know, what do you do when there's an obnoxious person on a cell phone? You were very upset.
Well, it's been gone on
We all
15
were,
minutes. Go outside, please.
The first man to confront that caller, Israel Rubin, says he was ready to do whatever it took to silence him.
You were upset.
I was ready to punch him in the nose at one point. He's a good actor.
Can I sit here? Thank you.
But we wondered, when it comes to cell phone conversations in public places, does it make a difference if the caller is a woman? What about a pretty woman? Our experiment is hardly scientific, but we wanted to see what would happen when we sent in this actress.
There's a paper that needs to be sent to Gary.
We give her the same instructions, and she invents a story about a missing letter that needs to be faxed to her boss.
Sit at the chair, look to the left.
Remember, when the caller was a man, diners were so irritated they were on their feet, threatening him.
It's not that complicated. It's not that complicated.
These college students are so intrigued, they take her picture.
Gary's freaking out, and you know who's going to be on the line? It's going to be me on the line. It's always me on the line. You need to calm me down because this is just not going right.
We'll calm you down, honey.
Some diners are clearly annoyed, but something else is happening.
Eavesdropping is kind of natural for human beings to do. The entire room was engaged and involved in what was going to happen to the girl and what was going to happen with her boss, Gary.
Now with that fact still unaccounted for,
Yeah.
she pretends it's her boss, Gary.
It's coming. It's coming. We're all over it right now.
And she's about to tell him something that gets everyone's attention.
Don't worry at all. Yeah. It should be fine.
This woman is not buying it.
She just lied through her teeth.
And now she's back on the phone with her coworker.
You are not going to believe this. I just lied to Gary.
What began as a business call has become a soap opera with everyone clinging to every word.
She just lied to Gary.
Everybody's been waiting for Gary to call. Whoever Gary is.
2 minutes. We need to find it in 2 minutes.
It's like a soap opera.
Everyone is anticipating the next development in the saga of the fax that never got sent.
It's probably Gary again. He'll answer anything.
Did you find it?
She doesn't have the facts.
Yeah? Great. My letterhead at the top? Perfect. Okay.
Finally, success and a collective sigh of relief.
Great. Oh, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
So we break the news. There is no fax and no Gary.
My name is John Quinones, and we're with ABC.
Knew it.
So why didn't anyone tell our actress to take that phone call about the missing letter somewhere else?
You know why? Because everybody wanted to hear what was going on in her life, because everybody's nosy.
And did you see I clapped when she found it? I was like, okay, she found it.
We want to know what was going to happen with Gary.
Why such different reactions to the man and the woman? Well, maybe because he was too aggressive and domineering. She was attractive and had a more interesting story. But there was also something else.
It was almost as if she psychologically disrobed. She showed her vulnerability. She showed her weakness.
And then I felt bad for her because she was like going to lose her job, and I was just like, oh my God.
But not everyone was worried about her.
Gary was getting lied to. I felt like calling Gary and be like, hey, Gary.
Well,
listen,
he can call anyone he wants, but please take that cell phone outside.